Is it because I have so many things open? Let me check. Let's try that again, shall we? Hi. Let's try that again. Yeah, it totally kicked me out. I don't know why. But, anyways, I'm back. Let's start over. Hello. Welcome. I have my turmeric matcha tea here that if you guys want the recipe for, just PM me because I just gave it 2 seconds ago before Facebook kicked me out. But today I want to talk to you guys about September because September for many, and let me know if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay and give me a thumbs up if you agree. This is your New Year's. This is another, second time of the year fresh start, right? Does that make sense? Makes sense. Another fresh start, right? Back to it. You're like, summer was fun. Thank you, summer. Had a blast. I drank too much. I ate foods that I don't normally eat. I had a lot of fun weekends with barbecues and family get-togethers and friends popping over. Vacations here and there were fantastic. But now it's time for me to get back on track, to think about myself, to rid the inflammation, get connected again, get back to it. Who feels that way? Okay, and they use September as that month to do so, which is totally cool. And in the title, I say faster results. And when I say results, that goal, that outcome is different for everybody. Okay, but here, because you are in your 40s and 50s plus, and you're in our meta boosting community, we're saying it specifically to an over 40 and 50 physiology and metabolism, meaning that you want better energy, you want better digestion, you want to get rid of that belly fluff and the extra fluff inches around. You want more self-connection and self-awareness. You want to stop thinking about this and how you feel and look constantly. And that's what we talk about in the 3M system to rev your over 40 metabolism. It's here and here connected, right? So give me a thumbs up if you feel that way. Okay, and that's what September means to you. If we haven't met before, my name is Monica Tupholme. I am a function, nutrition, and fitness expert. I'm going to be 49 at the end of this year, so I speak from experience as well. And I've been working in this space specifically with women wanting to lose that hormone zapping energy fluff. Okay, energy zapping hormonal fluff, I should say. It's a better way of putting it. And that's why you guys are here. Okay, for whatever goal, put your goal, your outcome that you want for September. Okay, and when I say faster, I am going to, because everyone loves a fast. That's why the 10 pounds in 10 days and the 2 inches in a month and all these things grab our attention, because who doesn't want the easy and fast? Okay, but we all know by now that it's not sustainable and it doesn't work that way. And when I mean fast, I'm also meaning efficient, okay? And it's going to be faster to what you have done in the past, especially if you are a start fresh September, start fresh January, start fresh Monday girl. Okay, who does that? Who does the start fresh? Okay, eats really well, workout, everything Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday hits, and it's like, okay, back at it on Monday, right? Who does that? That is actually a huge detriment as we age, okay? Because this is different. We can't do, it would be amazing if what used to work did, but it doesn't now. So when I mean faster, I mean more efficient, okay, towards your result, which is let me know in the comments, all right? Because September is that. It's a hectic, busy month. And it's very easy for us because we get back into routine, back into work, back into school, whatever it may be, for us to say, okay, now that I'm back in routine, I'm going to fit myself back in here, right? And finding time for you and finding that self-connection is huge. And we all should be doing it, okay? But that on and off, I'm just going to say before we dive into our 3 tips here, is a huge detriment, okay? Stay tuned because in the next couple of days, we're going to be promoting our Reignite Your Athletic Fat Burning Hormones Challenge. It's our 5-day reset challenge that this is going to teach you about the over 40 and 50 physiology, about simple strategies that we do that compound to get these results that you want, okay? But here is the conundrum when it comes to September and this side of you that says, I want routine, I want myself back, I want my me time, I want to clean up my eating, not drink as much, get my workouts in, and the other side that is busy. And I hear it from clients and from all of you guys that reach out to me all the time. Life is hectic. It's busy because you're kind of still in summer, kind of have summer stuff going on. Who has summer stuff going on? Let me know. Okay? Let me know. Right? And it is the conundrum of like, we focus on me, busy. Because here's the thing, and I want you guys to write this down. Okay? When you're over 40 and 50, cortisol is your multiplier. Cortisol is your multiplier. You're like, Moni, what does that mean? But when we're in a state of busy and hectic and go, 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 waking up early, maybe getting a workout in, going to work, going to go see an ailing parent, coming home, driving a kid to an activity or seeing a grandkid, then trying to get dinner on the table, and then trying to reconnect with a partner, and then me time, maybe check some emails, try to read a chapter before you pass out. Busy. That busyness and that state puts us in fight or flight. Who's heard of fight or flight? Okay, fight or flight. And here's the reality. When we're in that fight or flight, even though you booked in your workout that day and you ate really clean that day, when you're in fight or flight, your body naturally produces heightened cortisol. And how that is filtered and produced as we age changes, thanks Mother Nature. Okay? Cortisol is your multiplier. When cortisol is high, guys, remember this, thyroid function, which directly relates to your metabolism, slows. When cortisol is high, your melatonin production, which is primarily done in your gut, is like that health is so important, slows. Okay? When cortisol is high, insulin cannot come in and do its job. Okay, we develop insulin resistance, which is a huge detriment to our hormones and wanting to get faster results. So that's a bit of a tangent for another day. Again, join our challenge. We talk a lot more about those things. But the reality is here, when we're in that heightened state of fight or flight, and we are in our 40s and 50s, we are not metabolically as reactive as we were in our 20s and 30s. We don't feel the same. Okay? We feel that. We know it. Okay, it's not the same. And though we might have the best intentions of muscling these things back into our routine because it's September, we're putting ourselves into heightened flight and heightened cortisol. Okay, do you guys understand? Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I think it's an eye-opener for many women because they're like, but I feel like I'm doing all these good things. Like I'm not drinking as much, I'm eating cleaner, I'm getting my veggies in, okay, I'm going for walks and whatever. Yeah. But there is such a thing, doing all those good things, but if this is telling this to slow down because it's in a hectic, busy, stressed out state, even if you say that your stress is like a 3 out of 10, everything compounds. Okay, you're working out more than you were for the last 3 months. That's a stress state. You're eating super clean and you're putting yourself into a detox because you're not drinking booze this week and you're having more veggies. That puts you in a stress state. Even though they're good things, it's still in a stress state. Okay? So that's why we have to learn to balance it and understand that we're just not metabolically as reactive. Okay? So if you want faster results in September, okay, I want you to do these things. Okay? Number one, please write this down. As much time and energy that you're focusing on cleaning up your eating, limiting your alcohol, and getting your workouts in, I want you to put into what we call in the 3M system active self-care. Again, we talk about this in the challenge. Okay, if you're interested in more information about the challenge, just put challenge below and we'll send you the details. Okay? We talk about the challenge. We learn why. Okay, not just the how, but why we're doing the things that we do that work and can get us results. But as much time that you're putting into making sure you're eating cleaner, not drinking as much, and getting your workouts in, I want you guys to put into active self-care. Active self-care is different from passive self-care. When I say passive, I don't mean in intensity or in effectiveness, I mean in vibe. Okay, so passive self-care, because self-care is a big word we all hear about for our stress, right? A passive self-care is your journaling, your meditation, you're grounding yourself in nature, things like that. Okay? They're practices, they need consistency behind them to be effective. There is also something that we call active self-care. Okay? For those of us that may not gravitate to meditation and sitting in quiet for 20 minutes, because it's not for everybody. For those of us that do not gravitate to journaling, even though I do encourage it, and giving gratitude every night. Okay? Or you do a blend of both, and that is active self-care. Okay? Active self-care, again, it is for you, and it is about putting your body and your mind through a change of heightened physical state. Okay, so here's my top 3 tips, and this is all around incorporating active self-care. Because what this does when you're in a heightened physical change or state, it builds resilience during that time. And that resilience has a spillover effect, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Okay, it toughens you up, basically, in layman's terms. Okay, and this is what helps us build stress resilience, so we don't get those adverse effects of fight and flight from heightened cortisol. Your body learns to, it's not that the cortisol is not going to be produced, okay, or start to be triggered, it's just not pumping as much, okay, in our system. Again, cortisol's high, you will not gain energy, lose fat, get connected, you'll feel drained, the brain fog, all that good stuff. Makes sense, guys? Give me a thumbs up. This is a lot of information coming at you at once. Okay? But building, again, active self-care to build resilience by changing your state. Okay? Number 1, okay, and these are 3 practices that we teach in the 3M system that I also do quite regularly. Number 1 is hot cold therapy. Okay, it's exactly that. Going from heat to cold. Okay, everyone's heard of Wim Hof, everyone's heard of cold plunge, cold showers. Okay, the benefits of that are endless. Okay, the mental benefits of it is that when your brain is screaming for you to get out of the stupid cold shower, you're breathing through it and you're building resilience. Okay, if that's not your bag, don't worry. We got number 2. Number 2 is about getting in nature. Okay, I know I said it's a bit of passive self-care, but active meaning walking, getting outside, look at the sky. Okay, we call it blue sky syndrome in the holistic wellness space, meaning that women are so busy and they're either like this, going for walks, or their heads down, and you ask them what color is the sky, and they're like, I think it's blue, right? Put the phone away, be present. Go to all your 5 senses. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? Okay? Active self-care is huge. The third one, which is really big and has gotten very popular, and I'm very, very happy about it, is breathwork. Okay? A lot of people think about breathing, that's so woo-woo, and I gotta sit there and chant, and no. And it is honestly one of the simplest things that you can do consistently. I was talking to a client today and I said, you know what, pair it with some like an activity that's innate that you do all the time, like going to the bathroom. You're gonna sit on the toilet for at least 30 seconds probably. That's when you do your breathing techniques. Okay, what to do if you have not downloaded our mindful breathing guide, okay, where I give you 6 exercises that you can do to build stress resilience. I'm going to put the link below this video. Grab it. Okay? It's not a huge read. You flip through it, grab an exercise in an email that I send you after you download the guide. I give you another one. It's very simple. What this is doing, again, I want you guys to know why. Physiologically, what it's doing is that we are in that breath state, increasing the oxygen in our system, which is huge, and that's for another science class. But we are basically triggering our hypothalamus, okay, up here, our frontal lobe, which sends signals to, like our adrenals, to pump more cortisol or not, to our lungs and breath and circulatory system. Should we rev? Should we slow down? It basically sends signals back, biofeedback to here. Okay, she's chill. She's doing all right. Breath is slow and regulated. We're getting great oxygen oxygen into our systems, and heart rate is responding. She's okay. All right, we don't need cortisol pumping in. And this can be done with a 30-second breathwork exercise. It is not woo-woo. There's science behind it. Grab the guide. Okay, it's free, limited time for you guys in our Mojo Moni community here and in our Instagram as well, and our email list. And that is such a great start. Because listen, it's easy for me to sit here and say, okay, 3 tips to getting your goals faster in September. Up your cardio, huge detriment. Get your FitPal going and make sure your calories are at 1600, huge detriment. Your FitPal doesn't know what your energy is for that day and how stressed out you were that day, or how much you were running around or not, or if you had back-to-back Zoom meetings and didn't get up from your desk. Okay? No. Or the other one, get to bed early. Okay? Very important. But still, this goes deeper. I want you guys to understand, again, we can do all these things for our back to routine September and have the best intentions. But when we're still in a hectic, busy, running around, feeling like a chicken with their head cut off most days state, we're putting ourselves in fight or flight. So our main focus should be, how can I build resilience to help my over 40 and 50 physiology fight that cortisol? Okay? Makes sense. More important than booking in your workouts and your meals, that's most important. Book in your active self-care time. Literally put it in your calendar. I teach my clients. Put it in your calendar and you see your bandwidth really, really quick. All right? Let me know if that helps. Let me know 1, 2, or 3, okay, in the comments below. Which one are you going to do? Which one resonates with you the most? 1, 2, or 3. And remember, resources coming your way. Get your breathwork guide. We'll put the link here below. Okay, free download for you guys to flip through. And number 2 is our Reignite Your Athletic Fat Burning Hormones Challenge is happening next week. We go Tuesday to Saturday. Okay, this is not a challenge where you have to like buy all the groceries, make sure you book out 20 minutes for the HIIT workout. No, this is you learning why. Okay, how to optimize your already healthy diet, how to move from stress management to stress accommodation, what to eat, what not to eat based on your hormonal hierarchy, things like that to get you results, to get your metabolism and your hormones working for you. All right, so that will be coming up in the next couple of days, and we'd love for you guys to join. Any questions at all, or any clarity that you guys need based on what I talked about today, just let me know. Reach out to us. We're always here. All right? Have a great Tuesday. I want to know which tip you guys are doing below.